What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in a car mechanic simulator with me, the virtual mechanic, and today's project, the Aston Martin DBR1. Stunning little race car. Well, hopefully it will be when it's done. It's not quite looking so stunning right now. It's looking very sorry for itself with a very tiny little engine in there. Absolutely puny, but this car does have a big engine cover to cover it up. So that's why that's tiny, to make everything fit right and look good. That's part of the bodywork as well. This one that was modded in, or is modded in by Payne. He's, so far as I can tell, he's done an absolutely fantastic job. There are a few bits that I will talk about a little later on, such as the drive shaft doesn't go all the way down, but it does connect into this box here, which obviously you can't see when you're internal. So it does actually connect, and I'm assuming at this end it will connect to the engine cover when it goes on. Can we actually see that from here? Not really, but I'm sure it will. That's what it's there for, I believe. But this one is looking very bare bones inside. This is a classic retro racer that I cannot wait to get stuck into. But before we get stuck in, let's have a few little details. Now, obviously, this is a beautiful Aston Martin DBR1. The Aventa Motorco replica. It's done 110,000 kilometers. I did pick it up from the junkyard where I got just about a good deal. I still paid 28,447 for it, but I could sell it right now for a profit of 591. We won't be doing that, don't worry. The engine in there is an inline six, a double overhead cam, looking like a bit of a beast, pumping out 293 horsepower. We should be able to increase that by a little bit today with some performance parts, get this engine up to a race car sort of standard. This is what we're going to be working on. Let's just take a quick look in the shop. As you can see, I've already been in here. Some cool parts. We've got a couple of different front ends that we can play around with. Windows with the mirrors on or without the mirrors. A couple of different doors, different lighting options, and also different exhaust options on there as well. I believe this one's blacked out. I haven't been in and played with it yet, so I don't really know. But we will come to that one a bit later on. Let's get this one started off. Let's get it over to the car wash, and let's get it cleaned up. Here we are then at the car wash, right-hand drive, so it starts me on the wrong side. Let's get it cleaned and see what colour this is. There's only bodywork at the back, and I'm pretty confident it was green. Yeah, with a random red reflector. I don't really know what that's meant to be. There isn't one on the other side. Bit bizarre. I don't really know what's going on with that. Lights only sit on one side. Is that true? No, they just don't fit in holes. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, let's get the interior cleaned. Then we'll get it back on the lift and we'll get that little engine ripped out, or what's left of it anyway, and start stripping it down. Car's up in the air. Let's have a look for that oil pan. Never mind. Let's try and get... There we go. No oil pan. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. But I do need to get this drive shaft out. So out you come. And out you come. There is no... Oh, there is a gearbox. It's just tucked further back. No starter on there, so coming out nice and easy. Out you come. No exhaust rip out or anything. So we should now be able to just pull that engine straight out. Nice and easy, hopefully. Big engine crane. I could probably just pick that one up with my bare hands, but never mind. Out you come. There you go. Get that one stuck in my pocket for the moment. Let's check out what we've got going on in this engine bay. Not a lot by the looks of it. A fuse box. Let's have a look. It's not even a complete fuse box either. Let's have a look and see what we're missing. Engine exhaust. Radiator C. Is that honestly it at the front? Yeah, nothing else at the front. Missing the battery, so I know I don't have to worry about that one. The fuel tank and the fuel pump. Is that all that's missing from this car? That's actually pretty nice. Quite happy with that. Only a few bits missing. So I just need to get this fuse box out, and I'm not going to sit and make you watch me pull all of these out. So I'll grab these, and I'll see you in a minute. Let's get the car up in the air and get these wheels off and check out this suspension. See what we've got going on under here. Under all of these rusty bolts. They are pretty bad on this one, but it is in very bad condition. Probably one of the worst conditions I've seen. So we've got double wishbone. I mean, as the wheels were on, it does appear that it is all there. Bearings there. Inner and outer tie rod. Steering rack. It looks like it's all there. I mean, I'm quite impressed that it is all there, but it does look like it. Let's get down the back and get this even worse looking wheel off. But no rusty bolts on this one, so that's always a plus. Let's have a look. Double wishbone again. Rear drive axle. That fits into that box that's in the engine bay. You can just about see the outline of it just here. So it does connect, although it doesn't look like it does. It is connecting into something. That's pretty good. That looks like it's relatively all complete as well. I think I'm only going to need to replace like the hub bearings. Obviously the shocks, you have to replace them, and the bushings. So maybe not too bad on this one. I'm going to get all of this stripped off. Then we'll go and start stripping down what is left of that tiny little inline six engine. I will see you over there in just a second when I've finished this strip down. That's all the mechanical bits stripped off of the beautiful Aston Martin. Let's go and start stripping down that little i6 engine. If I could press the right buttons, that is. There we go. Now, I do believe this is absolutely tiny. I do believe there is quite a lot missing from this engine. Alternator, water pump, timing sprocket, all of the carburetors, all of the spark plugs, and all of the camshaft caps, along with the oil filter. Gearbox stuff's all there, and the fuel filter. So there is quite a lot missing from this engine, really. But let's start with the teardown. We're not really interested in what's missing. It's what we've got on here we want to take a look at. Although there isn't really much to do, this is going to be quite a quick and straightforward engine teardown today. Apart from all the rusty bolts, that is. Gives us time to talk about some random stuff. Not that I really have anything random to talk about. But have you got any ideas for future cars, future games you'd maybe like to see me play? Do let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking to find new things that are fun and exciting. And if you know of any modders that like making cool cars, by all means, hit me up. It would be cool if we could get something made just for the channel or something like that. Couldn't get that bolt there. But yes, if you have anything like that, do hit me up in the comments. Do let me know about future games, future ideas, things like that. It's always cool to have suggestions. I rotated the engine the wrong way. I seem to be doing that a lot recently. Any claps or anything on here? No, there is so much missing from this engine. It is unbelievable. So, well, that is the total engine strip down complete. Very quick, very simple on that one. I'm going to get a few of these bits repaired. I'm obviously going to go and buy a lot of the parts I need for this engine because a lot was missing. But I will meet you back by the car in a few moments when we will get all of that body stripped down, ready to put all the new stuff back on and head over to the paint shop. Well, I think I've bought everything I need, apart from what we need for this beautiful body to be fixed. First off, though, we've got to strip the rest of this off, so let's grab the fender, the door, the rear right door, the tail lights, and that's it, apart from maybe that steering wheel. Steering wheel out. Let's now double check, make sure we have got everything. 1%. And nothing else in there. That is genuinely everything. So let's go and grab this welder. Now, this car was quite expensive and in very bad condition. So I'm going to take one more guess at this, and I'm going to say 2,500? 3,700. I'm still well off. I am definitely not good at this. And is it just me, or has this cable always been here, and I've just never noticed it before until today? Don't know why, but I've never noticed that cable there. It just caught me off guard today. I was like, what the hell is that? And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, probably not, but that frame is looking a lot better. Nice. I'm going to go see if I can repair any of these panels, buy the ones we need to replace before we head over to the lovely paint shop and pick which colour we're going to go for. Right, let's give this a go at getting this all back together and see how we end up. So let's get the front end on. I've gone for all of the Avanta parts because they're the replica parts, and we do have a replica. I have gone for the standard headlights rather than the covered ones, just because I think they look pretty sweet. Clamshell on. Can we? No. Okay, I can't put the engine cover on because the clamshell sits there. So you're going to take the whole front end off, then put the engine cover on, then put the front end on, then the clamshell on, and then obviously the headlights. So I did that slightly in the wrong order there. My bad, because this clamshell does not open. Don't know why, a bit bizarre, but anyway, let's crack on. Let's get this door on. Oh, we've also forgot the fender. I'm sure I did buy that, so let's go back to that shop. Rear right fender, yes please. I definitely bought one of them because I was like, I want the black exhaust coming out through there. But never mind, I must have dropped it somewhere or sold it even by accident. Rear clamshell, rear right door, and then again, I just went for the Avanta replica tail lights because that's what we have. And I believe, yeah, there is a rear bumper down there hiding as well. Though I'm not sure about that one. Let's get you on there. That rear left door there is where it goes. I did wonder about that one. Then the event of windows with the mirrors on, although I may swap them because they look a little bit silly. Let's have a look. We'll get it over to the paint shop, we'll get it painted, and then I'll make a decision about them. But I think that's all the bodywork back on. Let's just throw the interior in, come out of that, and go into this mode. So they are just the Typhoon seats. They probably suit it really well. I imagine they do, and I'm keeping the original Typhoon steering wheel as well. Let's come out of this. Yeah, I mean, they do suit that car really well, them seats. So, I believe that's everything. Is something meant to go there? I don't know. That's still a red reflector or something, but let's double check in here. Onto here. Body, frame, and interior is now all at 100%. So, let's take our replica Aston Martin over to the paint shop and get her painted. As per usual, with a Payne mod, French Toast has done all the liveries, and there are quite a few for this Aston Martin. So let's just quickly run through them. I've got the car base white, so you can see what it does. Slot number 1 gives you the number 14s dotted around. Quite nice. Slot number 2 paints the whole car green with some black racing stripes and a black grille surround there with the number 18 on it. Number 3 is the number 19 with a blue grille surround there, looking pretty sweet. Number 4 is green, and number 2 with a green front grille. Quite liking that one as well. Number 5, you've got the number 20s with the yellow grille. That's pretty sweet. Number 6 is a red with the 22, a white grille and white stripes. I actually do quite like that one. Maybe we'll see. Number 7 is a blue with the 24. Number 8 is a burgundy-ish with the 28, looking pretty sweet, and a burgundy-ish grille. Can't really see that one too well. Number 9, yellow grille, and number 3. Number 10, the dark green, very, very dark green with a red grille going into one long stripe and the number 30. I do quite like that one. Number 11 is the same, but with 31 and a blue stripe. Number 12 is a blue grille surround with the number 4. Number 13 is a white grille surround, a white stripe, number 44 and a blue body. Number 14 is a green car with the number 5, pretty sweet. Number 15 is a lighter green car, the number 50 with a yellow grille surround. Number 16 is a red grille surround-ish, and the number 6. Number 17 is the number 7 with a yellow grille surround-ish. And number 18 is the number 8 with a blue grille surround. And number 19 is, I believe that's got a white grille surround. No, it is just coloured. With the number 9, that is all of them. I will be picking one of them. I'm unsure which yet. So I'm going to take a couple of moments, sort of have a flick through, decide what I'm going to do. Also decide whether I'm going to keep them mirrors. I don't think I am. I'm pretty confident they're going to come off and change anyway. But I'll see you in a second when I have picked which one we're going to go for and whether we're going to change the colour or keep it one of the livery colours. This is what I've decided to go for. A lovely, lovely green, almost like a British racing green with the dual black stripes running front to back. The number 18 on it, good number to have, and the black grille surround there. Absolutely beautiful. This is a stunning looking car. Absolutely beautiful job by Payne, and then French Toast with the liveries as well. Link is in the description below. You only need the link for the config that gives you all of the liveries unlocked with it as well. So I'm going to get some suspension parts painted. I'm not going to paint that engine because you can't even open that clamshell. I may paint the cover on it, just to throw a bit of colour in there for on the engine stand, but I'm probably not going to paint too much of it. I will be painting the suspension, probably going to black it out mostly with a few splashes of green. Hopefully we've got that black. It is just a standard gloss back. We will see a bit later on, but I've got some stuff to paint. It's time to get this car back on the lifter. I will see you in a few moments. That's everything painted. Let's get on with the reassembly. Start with getting these shocks together. I've gone for green shocks with black springs. I think they're quite a nice colour combination there. Normally would have done it the other way around, but I think that looks really good, so I'm quite happy with that. Get the front ones assembled as well. They are looking pretty sweet. I did toy with red springs, but it was definitely way too much. Definitely way, way, way too much. So I opted out of that. Let's start getting some of this together then and see what colours we do have going on in here. I will be honest, most of it is black. It is a lot of black in this one. Just because it sort of goes really well with it. So let's get on the black lower suspension arm with a black upper suspension arm as well. I don't know what I tried to select then. Rear knuckle housing, I think. On you go, and on you go. Let's get that shock on. Looking nice in its black and green. We will check to see how close that colour is in just a moment. But we've got a few more bits to get on first. On with that, on with the wheel hub. Then we've got to get that bearing in there. Get the disc on. Lovely. Get the hub on, which is in black. Then the brake pad. And then the brake calipers, which I have done in the green. Hopefully it matches. It looks pretty good to that shock. But how does it look compared to the body? Not that bad. Maybe a little darker, but not that bad at all. In that green, it's quite hard to tell the difference. That's quite nice. Happy with that. Let's see what we've got going on at the rear end. Obviously, we know it's a double wishbone, but you can paint the rear knuckle housing, and I do love that feature. And it is the same colours back here. Very, very simply. Black, black, green, green, black. That's pretty much it. That's what we got going on. Let's get it finished. Let's step away and see if the back end looks any different to the front when it's assembled. At least sometimes you get a bit more light showing through at the rear end of the car. So we'll get this assembled. We'll see what it looks like, and we will go from there. Oh, couldn't get that one. In with the bearing, on with the brake pad, and in with that rear drive axle, because this one is front engined, and we'll get that brake caliper on. That's everything for the rear assembly. Well, one half of it at least. And yeah, see, in the black, it doesn't look as bad. I think there's a dark spot here, and in the front, it looks a little darker in the front, but it's still quite a nice color. Quite happy with how that's turned out. I'm excited. I mean, you can see that there's wire wheels on there at the moment. We're definitely going to be keeping them wire wheels. That is for definite. I'm going to get on and get this other side done, and then we'll get on and sort out this engine bay next after we've taken a look at this completed. Very, very classy there, I think, with the black and the green. A very simple, very neat combination. Very tidy, looking pretty sweet, and obviously it matches the paint on the car because it has to, with the black stripes. And obviously the green paintwork looking pretty sweet there. But we do need to get the engine bay sorted out now. There isn't much to this one, so let's just crack on with it. You've got the radiator in the front there. You've got part of the fuse box in the back here. And then a battery down here. And that is literally it. Obviously, I've got to fill in this fuse board. So I'm going to get all of this done. This car is too easy. I don't think I've ever got through a car this quickly before. But we're going to crack on with it. I'm going to get this finished. Then we're going to go and build that engine. And I'll be honest, it's my least painted engine I think I've done yet. So keep your eye out for that one. I will meet you over there in just a minute. And then soon we'll get it dropped in the car and get this one finished off. Here we are then with the tiny little i6 engine. As you can see, I have already started and none of this is coloured whatsoever. First time ever, I believe. I've hardly put any colour on. Haven't even painted the water pump. Just sat there in its original colouring. Colouring. The alternator can't be painted anyway. But we've still got a few bits to go on here. So let's crack on. The engine head I have painted. It only paints the inside and it is just black. It is nothing special. This is one of the reasons why I didn't bother painting any of the engine, because there isn't much you can do with this one. There's a few bits you can paint, don't get me wrong. For example, that you could have painted the block. I could have got that black as well, but it just wouldn't have been that cool. It wouldn't have been that much different. So let's carry on with this. We've got the camshafts to go in. I will get all these camshaft caps in and the spark plugs separately in a minute. I won't make you sit and watch through all of that. On with the two cam gears and then the timing chain. And we've also got a little timing chain sprocket just down here as well. Then we've got a big old timing cover. Now, this could have been painted, but again, as the rest of it was pretty plain, I thought I'd just leave it. Plus, it is hidden by the engine cover. Haven't even painted my ignition distributor because, yeah, I just didn't feel like it because there was no point. I have painted the distributor cap, though, in hopefully what is a body match green, and also the clips to go with it because I do still like to paint things. I like to put my own touch on things, a little splash of myself here and there. Let's get this front end finished here, nice and easy. Ideal. That is the entire front end finished. This is a very, very easy engine to build. On with the performance carburetors because, yeah, we want to squeeze as much power as we can out of this little old school racing Aston Martin. See what sort of speed we can get out of it on a straight track that we've tested many a times before. So let's get all of these air filters on as well. This, you know, potentially could add quite a bit of power. These are all performance parts there. That's a performance part. All of the spark plugs, obviously, are all performance parts, all adding a little bit of power. Camshaft are performance, the pistons are performance, all things like that. So this has got potential to have a bit of power to it. It was quite low at the start, 290 something. I can't remember off the top of my head. We should be able to beat that by quite a bit, maybe even double it. We will see. I'm going to get on and get all of these camshaft caps in now. I'll see you in a minute just before we throw the head cover on. That's all the camshaft caps on, just this engine head to go and some ignition wires. So let's get you on. Engine head cover, I have done it in green, and you do get the multi-purpose 2 types of green there because it is a plastic on plastic, different plastic engine head cover, but it still looks pretty cool. I'm quite happy with that. And then you've got the ignition wires, the very last piece to go on there, and I have also done them in green. So there is quite a bit of green that's splashed on the top end of this engine. Nothing too special. You won't be able to see it anyway because it's under the engine cover. But let's get this off the stand, drop it in our pocket, and get it dropped in to the beautiful Aston Martin. Don't quite know how this is going to go in, so let's just crack on. We'll just do it, and we'll see what the game does, because it normally opens the hood or something like that, but these hoods don't open. So what will it do? Absolutely nothing at all. I do want to get in there and check this engine out, though, so let's dive in. That's what it looks like in there. Obviously, we've got a gearbox in there to go, along with the drive shaft, and I will show that engine cover in just a few moments. In fact, should we do that now? Let's get this off. Let's take this front clamshell off and have a look at that engine cover, because that looks absolutely insane in there. Let's throw it up in the air and throw the gearbox on. I haven't even painted the gearbox today. Literally absolutely nothing on this one. Oh, you can't even get underneath it because of the plate at the bottom. Doesn't matter. But let's throw the gearbox on. Oh, do you know what I definitely haven't bought? Is that exhaust piece. I need to go and buy that. So we'll get that on in a minute. Oh my God, let's get down here and try and get that drive shaft attached. There we go. On you go, on you go, and on you go. Right, what do I need? Front exhaust section I6, and I also need the starter as well. So I'm going to go grab them. We'll get them on, and then we'll get some wheels on. Get it outside in the sun and see how good this car looks. I very, very, very nearly missed these exhaust manifolds. Almost totally didn't see them hiding there. Ready to go in, and I didn't buy them either, so I didn't have them. I just happened to notice them just as I was throwing the starter in around there. As I swung back around, I noticed that all the columns were there ready to go in. But that is it finished now, apart from the wheels. Are we going to tint the windows? Nah, we'll leave these windows untinted. I think it sort of gives it a bit more of a natural old school look. Let's get this front clamshell back on. There we go. Bit of a wide gap on that one, but it's all right. Excuse me. I'm going to get the wheels all sorted out now. We're not going to bother putting slick tyres on them. I might put some race tyres or some vintage race tyres or something like that on. We will see in a minute, but this car is very nearly finished. I'll see you outside when it is in just a moment. Here we are then with our finished replica Aston Martin DBR1, and she is absolutely stunning. I love the little detail. I love the liveries. I love the little details, like all of the little symbols you've got going on around here, the toe positionings. You've got even the little doors that open at the back there. You can get into the fuel tank there. There's also another tank entrance there. Might be one on the other side. I haven't checked that. This door opens as well to give you access to the engine cover. There you go, you can see it. That's how you can put it on if you've already thrown the front clamshell and the front end on. Underneath that tiny little door there. It's a shame this doesn't open up, or this doesn't open up. That would be quite nice, but I get it. There isn't another fuel door there, but you've got that black exhaust sticking through there. Looks absolutely stunning. This is one hell of a beautiful car. In real life and in this game, Payne has done an absolutely fantastic job, and French Toast has done a great job on the liveries as usual. Link is in the description below. Go and grab this one, download it yourself, have some fun. Show me some images. Head over to the Discord channel, the Red Dot Games Discord channel. Head over there and you know, have a look around. Post some of your own images of some of the cars you've done on there. We are going to be doing another competition coming up very soon. We're going to be doing the Bolt Supernova, so build your own. Get into the Discord server. I'll put a link to it in the description below so you can join in if you want to play along with that. There are no prizes. It is just a bit of fun. Everyone's going to be doing their own version of a Bolt Supernova. So join the server, head into Showcase. Entries in on Tuesday the 14th, and it closes Wednesday the 15th. So it's a 24-hour period to get your entries uploaded. You only need to upload an image or a couple of images of your car finished in there, and then people will be able to vote on it, and we will decide who the winner is on the following Friday. So that's Tuesday the 14th. Wednesday the 15th, and then we'll announce the winner on Friday the 17th. Somewhere along those lines anyway. I'm not 100% on that. But here we are with the finished Aston Martin DBR1, and she is beautiful. I do absolutely love this car. It is incredible. The wheels we went for, we stuck with the Rim 20. I haven't changed them. I kept them as they are because they look absolutely stunning with it, I'll be honest. The rears are 20-inch. No, they're not. They're the Rim 20. They're 16-inch. The rears are 235 width with a 65 profile. And the fronts here are 225 width with a 55 profile. And they're 16-inch. All four wheels are 16-inch. Very rare for me to keep them all the exact same size, but it's so good. Let's jump in this one and see what it sounds like before we take it over to the dyno and see what horsepower it's got. I just love this interior as well. Even the wooden floor down there. Everything about this is absolutely stunning. And you can't see it from here, but the pedals are red. I will show you them a little bit later on. Let's get this one started. Nice tick over grumble there. That sounds pretty cool. Let's give it some gas. Pretty basic, but sounds pretty mean at the top end. So let's head over to the dyno and see what horsepower she's got. Here we are then at the dyno with the DBR1 replica. 293 base horsepower from this one. We did pit performance parts on it today. I'm not expecting anything special, but let's see what we got. An additional 197 horsepower, 68%. That's actually better. Well, I was sort of hoping we would be able to double it, but you know, not bad. It's still quite a good score, and the total horsepower now is 490. Let's just go and take a quick look at my tuning setup that I've gone for today. Haven't gone for the max speed, only up to 706 today. As you can see, quite a short curve out there. It sort of dips in and then tails off a little bit at the end. Maybe I could have done with dropping the 8th and 9th gear, but we're going to leave them on there. We're going to head over to the track now and see what speed it can get. I'll be happy with 300 kilometers an hour if I'm being honest from this old replica Aston Martin. But let's head over and see what she can actually do. Here we are then on the track. Aston Martin a DBR1 replica, 490 raging horses underneath this hood. I will be honest, I have pit slicks on this because I just tried it and I spun really straight away. It was terrible. So let's see if the slicks are any better. Let's go. That's not bad off the line. That's pretty sharp. 200 kilometers an hour already into 4th gear. There's the 250 mark. I think we're going to smash 300 kilometers an hour. Very happy with that. Off you go. We are definitely pulling very much to the left. We've started to peter off just a little bit with the speed now. Where will we end up? Can we hit the 400 kilometer an hour mark? Probably not. We are getting quite slow. Where are we? 368 kilometers an hour from our little replica. Pretty good. So then 368 kilometers an hour. Not the greatest, definitely not the worst. 47th on the speederboard, tied with the Skoda Octavia race. That's a modern car. This thing is still pretty sick and pretty quick. Very, very, very happy with that. I love this. I think it looks absolutely stunning. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, do leave a like and consider subscribing to this channel where you'll see more content of me building wonderful cars, such as my lovely show truck, my lovely shop van over here looking absolutely fantastic, and this beautiful, beautiful Aston Martin DBR1. We do 3 new episodes every week, so join in, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notifications bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. This one was great fun. Well done to Payne. Absolutely fantastic. Link in the description below. I know I've said that a few times already, but you should go and get this one. There's a lot of fun. There is a replica, and then there's the actual official version. We only have the replica, as you can see here, the Avanta Motorco replica. I have got a few non-replica parts on this car. The windows are the biggest one because the replica windows have big old wing mirrors on them, and they looked... well, they just looked a little bit silly in my opinion, and I wasn't too happy with them. So I swapped them out for the original windows just because it looks a little better. But this one has been absolutely fantastic. If you saw the beginning of the video, I spent 28,447 buying this car. I did get it from the junkyard, and, well, probably my worst deal from the junkyard. I could only sell it for just shy of 600 profit there and then. But that's not what we care about. I have spent 83,152 today, modifying this one, pitting our total spend for this lovely car at 111,599. That's quite a lot of money, but let's actually jump in and see what this one's all about. It's only got 110,000 kilometers on this one, as you can see, all 100% there. And we now have 490 horsepower from that straight six engine. Absolute little stunner, but we do have an engine cover on this one, so you can't really see it, but it's not the end of the world. What can we sell it? 543,636. I was not prepared for that figure right there at all. I didn't think it was going to be anywhere near that. I thought we might be taking a loss like the last video, but no, we are going to be profiting 432,037 when we sell this car, which we are definitely going to sell this car. This one has been a lot of fun and very, very profitable if you've got the 100,000, just over 100,000 to start this one off. But it is time to say goodbye to the Aston Martin. You were a pleasure, and I definitely appreciate the profit. Back up to over 18 million in the bank now. Absolutely fantastic. But what have we got next? Let's jump in and find out. This is the Pontiac Gto. I have been looking forward to this one for a long time. I love my American muscle cars. Bigger fan of the Mustang than I am of the Pontiac, but this one is going to be a lot of fun. This was modded in by a Felicic, and I'm really sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I say that every time. And Jeff 1955. The reason I said Jeff is he's got two J's in the beginning of Jeff, so that's how I read it. But this one is pretty cool. It doesn't have an engine in at the moment, which means we can pit absolutely any engine we want in this one, because there are quite a few swap options. Currently, this is the 383 6-pack edition. It's pretty awesome. We got it from the auction house, where we did get a good deal, only just though 275 credits we could sell this one for, but I only paid 4,176 for it. That's pretty good. But look at all the engine swaps we can swap this one out to. Which one do you think we should swap in? Let me know in the comments below. If I get enough votes, enough comments on one, that is the one I will go for. As it stands at the moment, I don't know what I want to go for there. There's quite a few options. And as there isn't one in at the moment, it's supposed to be the 6P engine in there at the moment, which is one of my favourite engines because it paints absolutely beautifully. But it doesn't mean we have to keep that one in there. This is for next time, though. I do hope you have enjoyed today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a great weekend. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.